That ABC News exclusive. The first juror to come forward to show her face to reveal what was going through her mind as they tried to decide whether or not George Zimmerman was guilty of murder. That juror one-on-one with ABC's Robin Roberts, offering some very revealing words about her own struggle in that jury room. This was her seat in that Florida jury box, the front left, her eyes trained on the witnesses. And tonight here, for the first time, what she thinks about George Zimmerman. And she begins here by revealing her first vote inside those deliberations, guilty or not. Here's the Robin Roberts exclusive.
What was your first vote?
My first vote was second-degree murder.
Second-degree murder. In
between that 9 hours, it was hard. A lot of us that wanted to find something bad, something that we could connect to the law. For myself, he's guilty because the evidence shows he's guilty.
He's guilty of?
Killing Trayvon Martin. But as the law was read to me, if you have no proof that he killed them intentionally, you can't say he's guilty.
Did you want to step out at all? Did you want to
I was
quit?
The juror that was going to give him the hung jury. Oh, I was. I fought to the end. I mean, it's hard for me to sleep. It's hard for me to eat because I feel that I was forcibly included in Trayvon Martin's death. And as I carry him on my back, I'm hurting as much as Trayvon Martin's mom is. Because there's no way that any mother should feel that pain.
But you feel in your heart of hearts that you and the jury approached it and came with a decision, and you stand by that decision to this day?
I stand by the decision because of the law. If I stand by the decision because of my heart, he would have been guilty.
I know that you've heard some people have said, point blank, they've said George Zimmerman got away with murder. How do you respond to those people who say that?
George Zimmerman, George Zimmerman got away with murder. But you can't get away from God. And at the end of the day, he's going to have a lot of questions and answers he has to deal with. The law couldn't prove it, but, you know, the world goes in circles.
Our thanks to Robin Roberts. I want to bring in ABC's chief legal analyst and Nightline anchor, Dan Abrams. And Dan, you and I were here that night that the verdict came in, and you said to me it will be very revealing when we hear from a juror who weighs in on what they thought about the man in that courtroom versus the law.
This is exactly what the defense feared, was the possibility that some of these jurors might decide this case based on emotion and not based on the law. And even she said she still thinks she did the right thing because she followed the law, that if she'd followed her heart, she would have hung that jury.
And in fact, she even said, Dan, I was the juror that was going to give them the hung jury. I fought to the end. So there was debate.
And no question there was debate. Remember, they'd asked for that manslaughter charge read back. I think if there'd been one or even two more Maddies back there, this could have been a hung jury.
All right, Dan Abrams with us tonight. Dan, thank you. And much more of Robin's interview with that juror tonight on Nightline. And tomorrow morning, Robin on Good Morning America weighing in on that torn juror struggling with the heartbreak but standing by the verdict. The exclusive on Good Morning America.